Hey, how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. So, what's going on? First off, I'm still home, so I got some time on my hands. I go to the doctor tomorrow. We'll see what's going on about going back to work. There's that. There's that. Second is I get comics from the Discount Comic Book Service, DCBS. Again, I get nothing from them other than good comics, a good service. I've never had a complaint. So once a month, I get a box of comics in the mail, and then I usually do my my monthly visitor videos. And if you watch my last monthly visitor, this was in it. And I just put it on my stack of stuff to read, and then it was this turn. It was my chance to read this, and I opened it up, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute! This is previews. You don't read this." I just thought, I casually glanced at it. I thought it was a Venom comic, so I put it down, and I said, "This would make a good video." So this is me checking out October, December Marvel stuff. I opened it up and I flipped through it, but I didn't really look through it. When I say flip through it, I went like this when I realized it was all advertisements. So I'm like, hey, this will be pretty good discussion. So if anybody wants to pop in, there's the link. We could talk comics. So full disclosure, I quit reading Marvel in 2015. I still buy like the odd comic once in a while to what is going on with my phone? Oh, I just got an alert that there's a comet visible tonight. Cool. I love that. I get astronomy alerts. What was I saying? I still buy stuff to like older stuff to close up gaps in my collection. Most notably, I bought about 8 Fantastic Fours because I just missed 8 months in a row. How did I do that? And every once in a while I get tempted, and I bought the James Robinson run on Scarlet Witch just because I like James Robinson. It was so good, and then it wasn't good. So there we go. So let's address the chat. We got the mighty Kevin. I'm old. Well, we're the same age, Kevin. So if you're old, I'm old. John talking new comics. Must be a slow news day. Well, I just good luck tomorrow. Thank you. What app is that? It's called well, this one was Citizen Alert. So it just, since I bought a house, I live in the neighborhood. You could just go to Citizen and put in your zip code. And for some reason, it told me about there was a comet tonight. But usually it's just like sex predator lives in your neighborhood or something like that. Then you pay money and you get their address. I don't know. It's more trouble than it's worth. But I get a star app on my star chart on my phone, and it's pretty cool. That one I do recommend. Al Ewing, oh no. So again, he has shooting alert. Yeah, there's shooting alerts. Yeah, but not as often as well, when me and Kevin were playing D&D one night, and there was literally a gunfight at the end of the block. All right, so first things first, I'm going to bring up my campaigns. So first and foremost, my comic is still available and will always be available on Fund My Comic. So little commercial for Fund My Comic. Why not? I got 218 backers on Fund My Comic. I can't complain about that. So on Fund My Comic, of course, you can still get the Renzo cover. You could get the Pat Broderick cover. And this was only available on Fund My Comic. There's the back cover. You could get the Michael T. Gilbert cover. That used to be the Kickstarter incentive, but now I've brought it over to this. And then here's the interior pages. I'm hoping, I got an alert that I'm getting a package from UPS today, and I'm hoping that it is the proof copies of my comic. You can still get the pint glass. You can still get this coin. And I'll still expand the stretch goals. Right now, everybody who backs a physical copy gets 4 cards. I have 2 more cards that are locked, already made, and then I have a third card that I showed you what it was, but it's not a secret. It's still there. I mean, it still exists. And then I will bring up my Indiegogo campaign, and I will put that. So this is I wanted to try every platform. So On this, the only difference is you get the Mike Gustovich cover. So the Mike Gustovich cover. Again, this seems to be withering on the vine over here. We got 10 backers. You know, it says $500 flexible goal. What is flexible? Oh, okay. So it's happened. Okay, I never clicked on this. So this campaign will receive all funds raised, even if it does not reach its funding goal. So $500 is the minimum Indiegogo goal. I didn't put anything because I already succeeded on the fund my comic. Okay, so I was nervous that this wasn't going to happen because I already put it in order for print, but I could, you know, I could up that order because I got to get the proofs and then the comic goes into print. So there's still time to up if more people want that Mike Gustovich cover. So there we go. And everything else is still available. And the stretch goals work across all platforms. So this is $300. And then I did like a little over 1,000 on Kickstarter. I got 60 backers on Kickstarter. So 70, and so I'm just under 300 backers. And just to compare it, you know, John Delarose has been making comics for I don't know, 15 years or so, and he has 300 backers on Fun My Comics. So I can't complain. He's doing more money, of course, because his base comic is charges more. But you know, I and again, don't think I'm comparing myself to John Delarose. I'm just saying. I mean, I am comparing, but I'm not saying, oh, this guy. No, that guy's been doing it for years. I'm saying, look how good I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm saying it's a good thing. It's saying it's a good thing. And you know what? Let's check out this trailer. So there you go. So, you know, let's see if we could get that Indiegogo campaign up and going. So let's check out. Oh, you remember the gunfight? Yeah, I remember. I remember. I stand up and I start looking out the window, and Lane and Lance, who are in the military, they're like, John, get down. You know, you can see all the military guys like Travis. They hit the ground, and me and Kevin, the two non-military, like looking out the window. And we were so close, we actually heard the brass shells hitting the ground. Hey, Afro SF, how you doing? Everyone in the chat, you saying hello to everybody. That's a great number back. That's the point I was making. That's the point. Before I'm clipped and put on some drama stream that I'm, you know, no, I'm saying I'm happy that I'm doing as well as somebody who's been doing it for a long time. I just want to make that absolutely abundantly clear. Heroic Tales, can't wait. Yes, like I said, I paid for the printing. I think I'm getting the proofs today because I don't know what else UPS would be sending me today. You know, unless it's a comic that I ordered and forgot about. I don't know what I'm getting today. So I think it's the proofs. All right, so let's check this out. Oh, one last thing. I will start this and I'll show this. If anybody wants to come in and talk with me, that's what it's all about. This is about talking about comics. You know, it's I love I want to love Marvel. You know, my philosophy is I want every comic book to be great. Why? But I would be rooting for bad comics. I want Eric July's comics to be good. I want Frank Tony's comics to be good. I want Ethan Van Sciver's comics to be good. I want John Malin's comics to be good. I want my comics to be good. I want everybody's comics to be good. I'm not rooting for any bad comics. I'm rooting for good comics. I had a problem with Marvel, but I want Marvel to be good. If Marvel Comics is good, comics does good. Like your boy Zach said, and he's absolutely right. Marvel Comics is the Fisher King of comics. The health of Marvel is the health of comics. So you know, I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, Kevin. The good thing about the Heroic Tales variant covers is that you could overprint and hold on to them and sell them at the booth. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. I overprinted because I would like to sell catch-up tiers and bundles when I do issue 2. You know, I'd like, for those of you who missed, or those of you who only got, you know, you got the Renzo cover and you got the Pat Roger cover, but you missed the Michael T. Gilbert cover. You know, I'm just gonna say A, B, C, and D's, or 1, 2, 3, 4. You missed cover 4. You know, for issue 2, I am only doing an A regular edition and a B variant edition. The A cover will be again, it'll have 2 covers because it's a flip book. It'll have a Patriarch cover. You flip it over, it'll have a Mary Sue cover, and it'll be Renzo. And then the B is going to have a Jose Garcia cover for Patriarch, and then you flip it over, it's going to have a Josh Howard cover. I'm looking to see if I could spoil them. So I gotta hit a button, which means I gotta move my camera, and it just drives me nuts when I move the camera because, like I said, I broke this camera, I crazy glued it, but it's not 100% square. It's not 100% level, so it's always a little bit off kilter, and it drives me absolutely 100% berserkowitz. Oh, I got stuff to share before we get into it. Share screen. Okay. Am I sharing? No, I'm not sharing. But here is the complete fixed. There was a typo. Believe it or not, I spelled Eddie wrong. So this is Eddie is Doomed. This is the complete final cover for a comic. That's not it. We don't know when this is gonna. The campaign for this is going to start yet, but I don't want to do a rookie mistake and make my second comic something else. I want issue 2 of Heroic Tales, and then the campaign. So this will be on the heels of Heroic Tales campaign. And Heroic Tales, I think Renzo is. I think he's on page 8. I think he's on page 8 or 9. I forget exactly. And Oscar is coloring right behind him. So there we go. I'll stop that screen. I'll do this, and one more spoiler. One more spoiler, because I'm spoilerific. I can't help but spoil things. Come on, spoiler. Where is it? If only I was prepared. If only I was prepared. Okay, I can't spoil it. I thought I could, but apparently I can't. Okay. Yeah, I can't. Okay, I don't have the files ready. I'll spoil it some other time. All right, so indie comics will always have the better stories. Yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, when I say indie, I mean anything that's not Marvel, DC, or Image. You know, or Dark Horse. Dark Horse. So, you know, mainstream comics, things that come out in the comic book store, but like is Fantagraphic mainstream? You know what I mean? So it blurs. But what I would say, like, is there box office movies about your comic? Then you're mainstream. Like Dark Horse is a mainstream comic. What are they on their 4th Hellboy movie? You know what I mean? You know, and Dark Horse does it's got Mark Millar, so that you know, box office smash sensation, most successful comic book guy, arguably more successful than Stan Lee. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know their bank accounts, but you know, so Dark Horse is mainstream, Image is mainstream, Marvel and DC are mainstream. Everything else is indie. So I don't know if I could, you know, I'll agree. The only Marvel book I read now is Moon Knight. 99% is full list. Okay, so let's open this up. I've been wasting 15 minutes of time. All right, so I gotta adjust the camera. I can't, if I'm too far back, then I can't reach. Okay, How about that? How about that? Because this thing is like between me and the comic. So Laura Kinley, Wolverine. She's not Wolverine. Drives me nuts. So I'm already a little aggravated, but I don't want to become one of these party clowns, you know. You're allowed to criticize things, and I think it's funny criticizing people for watching Agatha all along while your whole reputation is talking about comic books which are made for children. I just find the disconnect to be a little funny. So Erica Schultz, know nothing about her. I do like J. Scott Campbell. Just to be honest, I don't like X-23. I never liked X-23. I don't like her X-23, and I don't like her as Wolverine. I would like her if she had like a totally different name, like the Lynx. Okay, so she's a clone of Logan, blah blah blah. Like I don't know her full story. How did they clone Metal Bones from her? I don't know. I just don't like this character. I don't like when there's two characters active at the same time with the same name. You know what I mean? It's just like how could two baseball players be called Babe Ruth? You know, or two base. You know what I mean? There's two actors named George Clooney. There shouldn't be two superheroes named Wolverine. This askew camera is driving me nuts. All right, so enough about that. He hates everything. Venom, I think Venom is cool. Who is the all new Venom? Al Ewing. Carl, this art looks great. This is a good cover. This is really cool. I know I just said I don't like a million, but like Venom is his own thing. I know it's a Spider-Man derivative, but he's got his own name. He's got his own colors. You know what I mean? I mean, it's okay to have characters that are similar. Like you have, I'm trying to think of examples, but like you have Firestar and the Human Torch. They're similar. They're both fire-based, but they have their own motifs. You know, I know this one kind of blends into Spider, but I like Venom. So this looks pretty cool. Anybody read this? Anybody know anything about this? Variant covers. I can't say anything bad about variant covers because I do it myself. And yeah, it's a way to get more money. I hate to say it. Didn't work in my case because I hired legendary artists, you know, like, you know, I only sold 10 of the Mike Gustovich. That's $100. I paid Mike Gustovich more than $100 to draw that. So I didn't make too much money on mine. Okay, new Spider-Man animated series. Oh, that is a great Thanos. The Infinity Watch. Again, to make it another Infinity Watch. Derek Land. I don't know any of these names. Jeez, 15. So I've been out of Marvel for almost 10 years. It makes sense. Now that I say it out loud, it makes sense that I don't know. But this is a great drawing of Thanos. The Infinity Watch. So who's this? Agent Coulson? Who's this? The Green Lantern? Who's this guy? It's funny because as I was looking at this picture in my peripheral vision, I'm like, oh, Green Lantern, but it didn't register. Who are these people? Anybody know their names? And why isn't Adam Warlock in the Infinity Watch? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I guess these guys are all manifestations of their gems. Cool. Have they retconned Venom's backstory? I have no idea. I really haven't read any new Marvel comics since 2015. I still go back and get older. Oh, so Clocky. So okay, so they're so it's being tied into the Time Variance Authority. Oh, this is the Time Variance Authority. So the Time Variance Authority with Spider, what's it name? Ghost Spider. So this is all the variant characters. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Catherine Blair. I don't know. The art looks great. Never heard of these names. Wow. I am so out of Marvel. The Amazing Spider-Man. And the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. Is this what Spider-Man? What is this? Another Spider-Man? Justina Ireland. Man, I don't know any of these writers. I don't know any. This art looks really good. The art looks really good. And just as a reminder, I will throw this here if anybody would like to pop in and you know, so here you go, open invite. Most of these comics, great. That's the name of this series of just like a series of ideas that just pop into my head about comics. Is their open invite. You know, a few of my shows are closed, like Sunday Comics. Just Marvel Holiday, Tales to Astonish, Jerry Duggan, Daniel Kibblesmith. Oh, so this is just a whole bunch of writers. I do like the art. It looks like Marvel's art is self-corrected. You know, like the men look pretty cool. There's my boy, Ben Grimm. I still love Ben Grimm. Kid Pool and Spider Boy. Okay, I said I don't like variants and mixes. I will make an exception for like the Superman, this Supergirl, and then this Superboy. That's like the exceptions. Like, you know, there could be Superman, Superwoman, Supergirl, Superboy. That's it. That's it. I don't like any other variants. If you're gonna have another variant, you got to have like a whole nother name. Like you got Batman, you got Robin, and then there's the Huntress, which is basically female Batman, but she's her own name and her own character. I know her original story, she was the daughter of Batman, but that was long ago in a far simpler time when there was a multiverse, and then there was a multiverse again. Helverine, what is this? Benjamin Percy. The art all looks great. I'm just kind of focusing on all these writers who I don't know who they are. So what is this? Ghost Rider Wolverine? I mean, this is a really cool picture. Flaming skull with claws. Oh, okay. I just figured out what this is. This is Daken. This is Wolverine's son, Daken. Didn't he die and he came back as Ghost Rider? Because he's got the Fang costume. The Fang. This is a costume that Wolverine wore. You know, it was based on Fang from the Imperial Guard. I don't know. This is a great drawing. But Helverine. What do you guys think? Good name, bad name? Hell Hunters. That's a great name. Ghost Rider 40. Oh, so this is Ghost Rider set during World War II. Philip Kennedy Johnson. I really like this concept. 1944, U.S. Sergeant Sal Romero is parachuting Nazi-occupied Europe. Young Nazi officer Felix Brucker becomes the host for an unspeakable evil. In the aftermath of violent meet, Romero was reborn as Ghost Rider 44. I freaking love that concept. Oh, man, I am tempted to get a Marvel comic. I don't know. Hell Hunters. This looks awesome. So we got Bucky. We got what? Sergeant Fury, Dum Dum Dugan, which I guess that's Sharon Carter, Wolverine. This looks an awesome concept. Ultimate Universe Near One. I got a lot of rules, guys. I don't like alternate universes. Like Absolute Batman is selling like gangbusters. Just make Batman good. Why do you got to make Absolute Batman good? You know, although what are they bringing back Jim Lee on Batman? So Denise Camp, a lot of women comic book writers. A lot of women comic book writers. To the point where it's noticeable when there's a man writer. Ultimate Universe. Nick's white again. When did Nick become white again? Or is this the Ultimate? I thought he was black in the Ultimate. I don't know. Can't keep track. Ultimate Black Panther. That don't look like no Black Panther. Brian Hill. This art looks, I gotta say, the art is awesome, Marvel. Good job. The coloring is great. Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm just not a fan of Ultimates. You know, make your regular comic good. Make your comic good. I don't want to read, like, I've come to the conclusion that one of the things I like about comic books is I'm a fan of the entire universe. So I'm a fan of the Marvel universe. I love Marvel universe, not the MCU, not the cinematic universe. I'm a fan of the Marvel universe. And I'm rooting for that. That's my home team. And I just can't help but think that like anything outside of the Marvel universe doesn't matter. You know, it started in 1962. It endured ups and downs. I want the Marvel universe to, my favorite in the Marvel universe is the Fantastic Four. But I like Spider-Man. I like I like the way it works. I like figuring out how Atlantis works into it, what the space politics are. who's the smartest, who's the strongest. I just love how it organically grew into a giant continuity. And then when they step outside that, I don't care. That's somebody else's neighborhood. Good for you. Good for you. But I like my neighborhood. I don't know. Oh, what do we got here? Comics Raider says Philip Kennedy Johnson is a decent writer. Ghost Rider 44 might be. Yeah, I'm excited about something. Because contrary to, and again, I'm not trying to start gossip or anything. Contrary to popular belief, contrary to a lot of the people in, I like comic books. I want more, Marvel. I don't know. I keep saying it's my ex-girlfriend, and you don't call up your ex-girlfriend. I might be calling my ex. Hey, how you doing there? How you doing, Ghost Rider? You look at that skull looks pretty good. Was Alec Ross's Hulk in diapers an Ultimate or Marvel Knights? I think that was a Ultimates, right? Because he ended up like eating people and pooping all over the place. Like the Hulk was just like a full-on mindless monster. But don't quote me on it because I didn't read it, because I don't care about non-616 Marvel. Deadpool team up. Oh, Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld writing it. Rob Liefeld AC with alternative cover, variant cover by Rob Liefeld. Oh, what does AC mean? Art. Oh, art and colors. Duh. Oh, cool. That's good. I'm not a fan of Rob Liefeld's art. I don't like Deadpool. Never liked Deadpool, and I can't stand this character. But good. That's good for Marvel. Getting Rob Liefeld back. Smart. Ooh. West Coast Avengers is back. Jerry Dugan. This art looks. I like the art. It's like pseudo Alec Ross. Firestar officially joins the West Coast Avenger, but the plan for her mentor to redeem villains like Ultron and newcomer Blue Bolt. Who's Blue Bolt? Is that Black Bolt's son? I know Black Bolt has a son. When it comes clear, she's seeking redemption for her own. The time cover with Orcus left scars. What's Orcus? Man, I'm so out of Marvel continuity. But Firestar, I guess she's going all Dark Phoenix. Redhead with fire powers. You can't help but compare them. Sabretooth, The Dead Don't Talk. That's a great title. Sabretooth, it's a great character. They better not redeem him. He's a serial killing cannibal. You don't come back from stuff like that. Afro, hey, some of us love the alternate Marvel world. That's fine. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't like it. I still love the new universe. Yeah. The new universe I liked because it was its own thing. It's like saying the new universe, it wasn't a copy of Marvel. It was its own thing. And I got into it, warts and all. Shadowline, same with Shadowline. And Ultimate, it's a warped mirror image of Marvel. I don't like that. If Marvel was to come out with the Googleplex universe and it was all brand new characters and whatever, that's more of that, please. But I don't like her. This Spider-Man is he's the Peter Parker that we all know, but this Spider-Man is new and improved and he's extreme. He's got AIDS. I don't care about that. But I do care about Emily Kruger, and I wish she would get some sleep. Emily, go to sleep. It's good to see Emily. The Banner rode him around like a mountain. Yeah. Oh, it was, yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That was Earth X. That was in the future. That's right. Hey, Hojo, how's it going, Hojo? Hojo's got the Mythicals. You could go to Fund My Comic and get the Mythicals. I think number 3. Is that correct, Hojo? I like the Mythicals. I like it. We got Quantum Age Comics over here. Everybody loves Firestar. Everybody loves the Firestar, right? This looks pretty good. Frank Tierra Rider. Cool. This looks pretty good. Look, the art looks a little like Vertigo, but it looks good. Oh, this is a variant cover. Okay. Variant cover. But this looks great. Marvel, you got back with the good art. Good art. Storm, yeah, I guess every character's got to have their own comic. Storm is a strong enough character to have her own comic. Murwa Ayadole. Okay. guest starring the Uncanny X-Men. Psylocke has her own comic. Alyssa Wong. So now I'm starting to notice. I'm guessing this is a black African woman is writing her. Alyssa Wong is an Asian woman writing Psylocke, who is a British woman. Does anybody remember that Psylocke is the sister of what's his name? Captain Britain. Unless they totally changed it, but Psylocke was a British woman who was transformed into an Asian woman because of fetish powers. Everybody's got AIDS. Yeah, and we're gonna go to the AIDS universe, or everybody's got AIDS. Let's read those comics. It's better than regular Marvel, because in this, Johnny Storm's got monkeypox, Reed Richards got AIDS, the Invisible Woman has explosive diarrhea. It's like regular Marvel, but it's different. Storm is an Avenger now. I avoid Alyssa Wong like the plague. She's the one who wrote I Am That Starfire. Am I thinking of the same person? I am of the opinion, controversial, that if I don't like something, I just don't deal with it. Like I don't. Here's a controversial statement. I don't like cheesecake, so I don't like if I guess on YouTube. Oh my God, you don't like cheesecake? So I have to eat cheesecake and talk about how much I hate cheesecake. I don't like cheesecake, so I just don't talk about it. I don't eat it. But when my wife loves cheesecake, she eats it. I like vanilla pudding, So if I don't like a writer, I don't talk about them. If I don't like a person, I don't talk about them. So there you go. I know YouTube would eat. And I'm not even saying drama anymore. I'm just calling it what it is. It's gossip. Because drama kind of sounds cool and exciting, but it's gossip. And gossip, everybody hates gossip. Mystique, is she a bad guy? Because Mystique is a murderer. I understand that there's redemption and stuff, but she works better. Though her power set is better for bad guy. Declan Shalvey, geez, I don't know any of these writers. I'm kind of going past the artists, because the art kind of speaks for itself. This art is really good. Sentinels. Okay, so Sentinels. I'm tired of the Sentinels. I'm real tired of the Sentinels. I hate to do it, but I think I have to buy another camera. This is driving me crazy. X-Men number 8 by Jed McKay. I like Ryan Stegman. This looks great. Anybody reading the new X-Men? Anybody reading the new X-Men? Dang, times are rough. Hey, K-pop. How you doing? Are they still subverting and destroying? I don't know. Again, I stopped reading Marvel. I stopped buying Marvel comics in 2015. I can't believe it's getting close. That was 9 years ago. It's almost 10 years. I stopped. So this, for those of you who are tuning in, I get my comics once a month from Discount Comic Book Service. I just, every time I get my comics in the mail, that reminds me, go online and a ping, ping, ping. It's like 35 to 50% off. I get nothing from them. They don't even know I exist. Because comics are expensive, so I'll get my comic. And every month I challenge myself to spend less and less money on new comics. And they've been throwing in these previews. And I just now like this would make a good, because I'm not interested in Marvel, but now this will make a good video. Hojo, what does Hojo have to say? You have to be able to checkbox identify with who you write, but they won't let this sourpuss alcoholic short guy write Wolverine. Yes, ODF. What does that stand for? All dirty fatty. Okay. Still makes me giggle every time I see old dirty. I get the cheesecake thing. I'm indifferent myself. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Hey Hojo, I read that wrong in my mind. I will not read what I thought it said. I preferred ricotta pie over cheese. Oh, that sounds awesome. I never heard of that. Ricotta pie over cheese. Ricotta pie. Oh. I'm only sticking to indies right now and back. I get, like I said, I still consider Image, Dark Horse. They're all they're mainstream. If you got like, how could Dark Horse not be mainstream? They're making Star Trek, GI Joe comics, stuff like that. I guess she's laughing at. what I thought I was going to say. Jed McKay's writing Moon Knight. He's hit or miss. Okay. Ooh, I need to look that up. Look up what regatta pie. Regatta pie sounds really good. I love regatta cheese. Oh man, I could open up what is it with the parrot polio? I could just open up a yellow container of polio with the spoon, and it has to be ice cold. Ice cold. I love it. Just like here's another controversial thing. I'm going to lose subscribers. I love cottage cheese. Oh my god, cottage cheese, Breakstone's cottage cheese. You open it up ice cold, and you sprinkle pepper on it. Sprinkle pepper on it, ice cold. Once it warms up, its texture changes. There you go. You also consider them mainstream. Yeah, I'll send you the recipe. Okay, absolutely, absolutely. I was reading DC's Red Lantern for a while, mostly for the art. Yeah, that was good. Are you talking about like recently? Are they making a Red Lantern again? I don't know Marvel. I don't know DC. I would really like a preview of DC's. Usually, I grab the prep rolls from the Italian bakery and stuff with regatta. Ooh, I should do a food channel. Me too. Salt and pepper on regatta on cottage cheese. I don't add salt because it usually is salty enough, but some pepper. You get the cracked pepper, put it all over ricotta. Oh, a couple of years ago, I think I got that too. I think if Kevin if I'm thinking of what Kevin's talking about, a couple of years ago, it was 10 years ago. Stop it. Well, all right, talk about food. Stop it. Talk about food. Let's keep going. This is fun. This is fun, guys. And again, hey, Hojo, you want to pop in? K-pop, you want to pop in? Anybody want to pop in? Here's the invite. So here's the link if anybody wants to pop in and talk with me live. So Uncanny X-Men, Gail Simone, David Marquez. The art looks really great. The art looks really good. Anybody read this? Anybody? Who's this girl with the Frankenstein hair? At first, I thought it was Monica Rambeau, but she's not in the X. Oh, somebody said Storm is in the Avengers now. That bothers me because Storm is like that's like I don't know. Like if you're in the Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm shouldn't be on the Avengers. Ben Grimm shouldn't be on the Defenders. Ben Grimm shouldn't be in the X-Men. Ben Grimm is in the Fantastic Four. There's certain, in my mind, like characters that shouldn't be on. And I know the Avengers is like the greatest hits of Marvel, but I don't know. Like Storm is an X-Men. She's got X-Men in her DNA. It's literally, but she's not an Avenger. I don't know. Avengers is like more overt, public, and X-Men is more like side stream. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. That's what I think. Hey, Tyson, how you doing? I'm at work till 4. Okay. Spider-Boy and Kid Pool looks fun. It does look fun. I used to be like more hardline, but I could see if it's fun. Like people like this. I guess they're going for like the Super Sons. People love Super Sons. I've been hesitant to pick up the new X Factor. I don't want to be disappointed. Should Rogue be an Avenger? No. Rogue is an X-Man. Rogue is an X-Man. She's, Hot Taste Beast works better than any other. Hot Take Beast works better with any other team than the X. Yeah, I got to say, as much as Beast literally was created for the X-Men, to me, he's an Avenger. He worked the best as the Avenger. Guest star happens all the time. She-Hulk was, yeah. A short term, that's fine. Yeah. I hear decent things about X-Force. Who's this? Jed McKay? Ryan Stegman? I really like Ryan Stegman. NYX? Pretty clever name. What is this? Kamala Khan, you got ticket? Oh, yeah. Isn't it funny how they just like, oh, she's a mutant now. Oh, we got the rights back because they made Kamala Khan an Inhuman because Marvel couldn't make mutant movies. The rights were with us, whoever owned the X-Men. Was it Sony? And then when the rights came back, oh, by the way, she's no longer an Inhuman. She's a mutant. I don't know. I always thought that if you were an Inhuman, you were a mutant. Inhumans are a subset of mutants. Like you're born into it, so you're a mutant, and your kids are vastly different than their parents. Like Mutant means you're different than your parents. So like if Cyclops has a kid and the kid shoots eye beams, the kid's not a mutant. He's exactly like his parents. You know what I mean? If the kid was a normal human, then he would be a mutant because he's different. But I understand what they mean in the comics. I understand. Phoenix has her own comic now. Stephanie Phillips. This cover looks awesome. I always, whenever you use mental powers, you know. X Factor. Who's this? Skulk. That looks great. Oh, they all have skull masks. What's going on? Mark Russell. Death comes for the X Factor. The mercenaries called X Team besiege the team's headquarters with mutant human relations on the brink. X Factor will have to choose a side, and one member of the team won't survive. I don't know. This looks good. I don't know. I just love the old. These logos are so good. Logos are so good. All right. Hi, K. Oh, hey, K-pop. I'm also a junkie for the pop. Stegman is great. I'm reading it because his art. Jed McKay's writing is. Oh, good. Skulls and hair. Yeah, it looked good. It looks like kind of Static Shock. And we got some giggling over here. Dazzler by Jason Liu. Okay, so that's freaking, Jason Liu. I thought they would have to have a female writer. Variant cover. Oh, Terry Dodson. Yeah, I love Terry Dodson and Terry Dodson and Rachel. So good. So good, his art. Dazzler is just a character. I know she had like a 50-issue run or a 35-issue run back in the day, but I always thought she was a good supporting character. She just shows up every once in a while. I don't think she could support her own book. But what do I know? The Exceptional X-Men by Eve L. Ewing. So who's this? Is this like M from Generation X and Iceman? Does anybody remember when Iceman was in the Defenders and he was in love with Cloud, and Cloud was this naked chick that could turn into a cloud? That she was like an alien that assumed naked chicks, human girl's form. And then she would turn into a cloud, and then she would reform. She was male. So every other, she would turn into a cloud, come back female, turn into a cloud. So she was both. And Bobby was like, to hell with this, and broke up with her. Remember that? Pepperidge Farms remembers. X-Force. I just love this typeset. Jeffrey Thorne. Wow, I just don't know any of these writers. I just don't know. But I gotta say, Marvel's really, really working the art. The art looks great. Art looks great. This looks awesome. Saladin Ahmed. Oh my God, this art looks awesome. Wolverine going out for conscriptor. That's what I want. This is awesome. Is it any good? I don't know, but it looks awesome. The constrictor. I know something about that constrictor. With those, yeah, just a cool villain. I've always loved the constrictor. Weapon X Extraction. Ryan North and Javier Garhon. This looks really cool. This looks really cool. Like I understand they're doing Weapon X, so they're trying to invoke Barry Windsor Smith, but this looks really cool. I don't know. Oh, one shot. Okay, 48-page one shot. Really cool. Where are we? Where are we? Oh, Kevin says finally a new Dazzler. And Dazzler looks best with give her that Farrah Fawcett wavy hair. That explains European royal families. They were born into it and they're mutants. There you go. Good. Books are missing that good trade dress interaction. Yep. The Dodsons are great. Yes, they are. I met them at a convention. They were real nice. Exceptional X-Men was way better than that. Oh, that's good. Again, I want the comics to be good. What's over here? Looks like some sort of weird glare. What was that? My whole house is full. Greetings from Raleigh, North Carolina. Every time I hear that, I think of the James Brown song. Raleigh, West North Carolina. What's the name of that song? Soul Train. Yes, I remember the Iceman mini where he graduated accounting school. That Iceman mini is one of the first limited series, and that was awful. Oh my God. I remember as a kid thinking, how boring was that? And then the Nightcrawler one was right after. The Nightcrawler one was weird, but it was good. I listened to Mark Millar. Yep, Mark Millar. I got to remember Mark Miller. That Wolverine profile is great. This, I dig that title name. Which title name, K-pop? Say it in the, because maybe I'm first pink swing here. Weapon Extraction is good. Yeah, Weapon Extraction is a good title. Yeah, it looks for fire. Okay. Hey Levi, how's it going? How many? Last Ronin was a trade monster. Yeah, that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? And everybody, I love when everybody says hello. Nightcrawler mini had that beautiful cockrum art. Absolutely. Oh, Weapon Extraction. Yes, Weapon Extraction is a clever title name. I gotta give. Yeah, I mean, cover art is usually better than the interior art lately. The Wolverine run is pretty good. Yeah, I could only go by what I'm seeing right here. You know, I don't have but this Wolverine just killing monsters. Wolverine killing monsters. Wolverine Revenge by Jonathan Hickman. Wow, Jonathan Hickman's right, Marvel. And Greg Capullo. There you go. They listen to Mark Miller. Look at that. Look at that. What else do you want? I love the Nightcrawler mini. Yeah. Yeah. Werewolf by Night by Jason Liu and Sergio Davila. I don't know either one of these people. Okay. This looks like a Hulk is in mid-transformation. I was going to say this is all crazy, but now I see what they're going for. All right, this is the first that I'm not too crazy about. Not too crazy. This looks awesome. This looks Jed McKay and Alessandro Capuccio. Cover by, okay, so this is covered by David Pareto. So let me ask you guys, again, I haven't really bought any new Marvel in so long. Do they just have like a great cover artist and the interior art is by Joe Schmo? You know, or as my go-to goofy name is Phil Moskowitz. Is like Phil Moskowitz the artist? That's why I made a big deal of Renzo drawing the cover and the interior. I don't like to pull a switcheroo. Yeah, it looks like Scar, kind of does. One of Hulk's. I think he has a lot of kids by now. Weapon Extraction was in a few comics at the end. If you're lucky, you get them all. Oh, okay. So it was like okay, now we got classic Avengers, Jed McKay, Valero, Scoot. Okay, I'm looking. I don't recognize any of these Avengers. Oh, okay, because this is all the X-Men. Oh no, it's like. So what are they fighting? I don't get who put his Avengers against. Oh, okay. So it's the X-Men versus the Avengers. So they're all mixed up. Okay, that's why I was confused. That's why I was confused. I don't know. Again, I've gone on record as saying that I don't mind Carol Danvers becoming Captain Marvel. I don't mind Captain Marvel becoming, because the character has paid her dues. She's been there since 1968. The character's I was born in 1968, so it's she's a 56-year-old character. She's paid her dues. She's earned her name. But this is a horrible costume. This is a horrible costume. It looks more like a uniform than a costume. And there's a difference between a uniform and a costume. I don't know. This looks good, though. The art looks good. Yeah, Fantastic Four. Mole Man. Mole Man's too handsome. Mole Man's got to be ugly. You know, balding, ugly. But Ryan North, how is this? This is the closest I've been of getting Fantastic Four. I'm reading the James Robinson run, and I'm telling you now, I will catch up with Fantastic Four once I caught up with the, you know, I bought, again, I quit Marvel in 2015, but every once in a while I'll go and I'll get a year's worth of X-Men or a year's worth of Fantastic Four. So I bought all of the whatchamacallem runs. I can't think of his name. It was just on my channel. Tom DeFalco. I got all the missing ones. So I read up until the end of that run, and then I started the follow-up run. You know, I already read The Heroes Were Born when they came out. So the whatever run, oh no, I have all of that run. I forgot about that. I was collecting. So I have the run after Heroes Reborn when they restarted it, you know, and then that ends, and I think it's James Robinson. So I'm starting the James Robinson run for the first time. This looks pretty good. Amazing. Oh, it's facsimile editions. That's interesting. Facsimile editions. So, speaking of Tom DeFalco, Ron Friends, look at these. I have all of these originals. I have this original, first appearance of the Falcon. So, did anybody get these facsimile editions? Like, do they have the letters pages and the ads and everything? Pretty cool. Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. So her secret identity is Spider-Gwen, like she's not Gwen Stacy. I know her superhero name is Ghost Spider, which isn't bad, but her secret identity is not Gwen Stacy. It's Ghost Spider or Spider-Gwen. Stephanie Phillips. I just don't like this character. I don't. Gwen Stacy's supposed to be dead. She's supposed to be dead. She's if Gwen Stacy coming back from the dead is just as bad as Bruce Wayne's parents coming back from the dead. Spider-Man, fundamental to Spider-Man is his guilt, and he's making up for his lack of action. So he didn't act, he didn't do the right thing, and Uncle Ben died, and that motivated Peter Parker to becoming a good guy. Peter Parker was going to become a villain. If Uncle Ben had survived, Peter Parker would have been a villain. And he died. He changed his ways. He's motivated by guilt and redemption and all of those things. And just as he was recovering from that, Gwen Stacy dies, and it starts all over again. And then Captain Stacy dies. You know what I mean? Like, that's having her come back just fundamentally changes Peter Parker Spider-Man. Miles Morales Spider-Man. I don't like him for a bunch of reasons. I already explained it. I don't like when they do. You can't have two guys operating with the same name. There's not two George Clooney's, and I don't like him because he's Scab Spider-Man. He's Spider Scab. They created him to because they thought they might lose some rights to the Ditko estate, so they made a new Spider-Man that the Ditko estate doesn't have any rights to. So everybody who cheers Miles Morales, they're cheering a large conglomerate screwing over the creator, and I just find it to be hysterical that all these progressives are siding on the side, because this was totally calculated. We're going to make him black, so he's unassailable. I know Cody Ziegler. I'm going to guess that Cody Ziegler is a gentleman of color. Let's see. Hulk has no children. Hulk never returned from outer space, unfortunately. Only you're like me with there's no Star Trek anymore. Star Trek ended when that show Enterprise was canceled. Everything else is just a space adventure show. There's only 3 Star Wars movies. There's only 3 Indiana Jones movies. I just it doesn't exist. So I'm with Hojo. Fantastic Four is the best. Fantastic. A lot of people. It's getting a lot of hype. It's getting a lot of hype. I'm picking up a ton of 60s, 80s DC Marvel. Yeah, that's my jam. I can't believe I just said that. I intend to own every comic with Doom in it, including mentions. Doom is my favorite villain. Doom is and if you're playing Dr. Doom in a movie and you're not overacting and you're not a drama queen, you're not playing Doom correctly. There's no such thing as a subtlety when you play Dr. Doom. Spectacular Spider-Man. This art is great. Greg Weisman. Oh, he's the guy who did Gargoyles. Emilio Laz. Cover by TBA. This is awesome. Again, it's the cover. Wait a minute. Oh, so there's female Electro. There's Electro. There's Miles Morales. Again, just have this. Whenever you have multiple versions of you're just diluting that. I don't know. Avengers Assemble. Steve Orlando, Valentina Pinte. I don't know. The art looks good. There's Doom in the background. Oh, there's Monica Rambeau. Is she still called Spectrum? Spectrum is the perfect name for her. Spider-Boy. Dan Slott, Spider-Boy. Got nothing to say. Spirits of Vengeance is back. Sabir Perazia. Cover looks awesome. Blood Hunters. Erica Schultz. Oh, okay. So it's the Blood Coven plan to feed on Dagger's superpowered blood. So I guess it's vampires and it's Eliza Bloodstone. I like the character of Eliza, the original Dan Abnett miniseries where the male Bloodstone dies and his daughter takes over. It's actually really good. Blade, that looks pretty cool. Brian Hill, that looks pretty cool. That's what we want from Blade. Badass guy who kills vampires. It's the easiest character in the world to write. Just give me a badass guy who kills vampires. That's it. Anything else, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. It's not the comic book to explore your feelings. Nobody's drinking coffee in a Blade comic. They're freaking running on top of a train fighting vampires. And then the vampires, they go into a tunnel and the vampire smiles, as they're going into a tunnel. And why? Because they go into the tunnel, it's dark, and a whole swarm of vampires attacks Blade. There you go. Run with that idea. I just made that up. There you go. That's Blade. Pet pool party. Mackenzie Cadenhead. Jeez, I don't know any of these people. I don't know. It works with Deadpool. Deadpool 9. Cody Ziegler. There you go. I just don't like the character of Deadpool. Never liked it. Marvel Spidey Friends. Oh, cool. So they're making comics for kids. There you go. There you go. You got to make comics for kids. Written by very excellent. Marvel Spidey and his amazing. You got to make comics for kids. Good job, Marvel. Good job. Scarlet Witch, New Salem. Steve Orlando. This cover is good, but the problem is I don't like Wiccan. I don't like Speed. I sound like an old man. I don't, but Wiccan, Speed, and Amaranth. Amaranth, what isn't Amaranth the that big titty girl from Twitch? Captain America. That looks. Oh, J. Michael's unpronounceable. This looks awesome. He's a good writer. Where I just noticed I've been ignoring the chat. Sorry. The Spider-Boy book is fun. It has the very rich. There you go. Fun. Keyword. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. Going to the specialist tomorrow. Talk to the specialist, the neurosurgeon tomorrow. See what's going on. In the middle of rewatching the Blade movies. I saw the first two. I really liked them. Never saw the third. Pet pool. I know. Pet pool. Howdy, Torchbearer Studios. Badass mother effer sledding bloodsuckers. Yeah, that should be the script for every Blade movie. Oh man, I dig that Scarlet Witch cover. Hey Belmont, how you doing? Hi Justin. Twitch streamer. Yeah. Amaranth. Is it the same person? Is it the same name? Hope everything goes well. Me too. I'm of the opinion you don't worry about things until it's time to worry about them. It's not time to worry about it. I'll worry about it tomorrow. Appointment's at 11. I'll worry about it at 12. Unless she tells me good news, and then I don't worry. JMS has me blocked on Twitter. It makes me sad every time I think, really? I wonder if it's because did you say something to him, or is it like a blockchain? I haven't looked. I'll check. Maybe I'm blocked too. Iron Man, Spencer Ackerman. This art's good. The armor looks armory, like it looks like it could actually protect you. Pretty cool. Oh wow! I just realized it's a big giant sword. Cool. That looks good. Conquest. Oh, they're bringing back the 2099. Featuring the first appearance of Ghost Rider. Oh, so wait a minute. How is it the first? Oh, so Ghost Spider. I read that wrong. Ghost Spider 2099. Okay. Conquest 29. First appearance of Madam Web 2099. Woo. Incredible Hulk. There's the Hulk. I don't even see the Hulk. Philip Kennedy Johnson. Wolves at the door. Is this Rick Jones? Or is this just some random kid getting attacked by a werewolf? So we're going to see Hulk fighting a werewolf. There you go. There's just in time for Halloween. That looks awesome. $3.99. Marvel Zombies, Dawn of Decay. Groot and Banner are now questioning everything they think they know about the zombie virus that's taken over the city. So what is the zombie virus out of like Marvel Z and here? Namor. Atlantis lies in ruin again. Never live in Atlantis. Like every 3 months it gets destroyed. War engulfs the undersea realm as the oceans fill with blood. Do the oceans fill with blood or do they mix with blood? The oceans don't fill with blood. A hole fills with blood, but the oceans are awash with blood. From the shadows to the seafloor, Namor struggles to emerge from the shadow of his lost throne and the dark, untold secret of the day he first became king. Yeah. Namor is constantly getting dethroned and throned. Daredevil, Solomon Ahmed. This is a great Daredevil cover. This is a great cover by John Romita Jr. That looks good. See, with John Romita Jr. really, really tries hard. He is awesome. But I've seen so much Daredevil that's just not that good. I mean, not Daredevil. I've seen so much JR. Yeah, so you think it's a blockchain? Probably. Hulk looks hard. I don't get how you even do that on there. I don't get it. I talk about blockchains. The Hulk run is amazing. Good. It's a random kid he picks up on his street. Well, that it shouldn't matter. Hulk is a hero. He's not going to let a little kid get attacked by a werewolf at night. But if it's the same werewolf by night, he ain't going to attack the little kid. Oh, I always have these cool streams. Well, this will be ending soon. Once I go back to work, I won't be doing nearly as much content. I'll probably go back to pre-recording videos about comics and releasing them during the week, and then just doing my conversations twice, maybe 3 times a week. I'm just doing it now because I got a lot of free time. Much like Aquaman, Namor at war with Atlantis is the only story they tell. Yeah, I know. The problem with Atlantis is it's a city, an underwater civilization is more alien than most alien worlds. So it's really, really tough. You got to have a good imagination. I'm trying to work on in Heroic Tales. Sooner or later, I'm going to introduce you to the subhuman, and the subhuman is my analog for Namor. He's the subhuman, and he becomes the ruler of it's actually a real sad story. I don't want to spoil it, but I'm going to make that undersea realm as alien as possible because we're talking about a civilization that can't smelt iron. They can't have fire. They have to be completely different. Either they're total cavemen or they're magicians, because what else works? They can't have science. How do you mix chemicals? How do you make tools? How do you underwater? Unless you live by a volcanic vent, and then they're barely human. If they can survive that. So there you go. Alligator Loki Holiday Special. Alyssa Wong. All right, so is this for kids? Because they gotta make comics for kids. The Immortal Thor. Al Ewing. Oh, okay. This is a reflection in Thor's helmet. I was like, what's going on? Why does the radioactive man have boobs? Is it the radioactive woman? Dr. Jekyll and Cobra. Who's this? Is that Zarko the Tomorrow Man? Alien Paradiso. Oh, cool. So it's Alien. Okay. That's cool. So these are like Marvel has the Alien IP. Cool. I've only seen the first Alien movie once in the movie theater as a kid. I barely remember it. I feel like a fraud when people talk about it. I'm like, I technically saw it, but I barely remember it. AK Pop. I will miss you, John. I'll miss doing this. This is a lot of fun, because I'm going to come home from work. It's going to be almost 5:30, and then I go to bed at 9:30. So, the spirit is willing, but time will not be on my side. Unless everybody goes out and buys my comic and I could retire from construction, I got to go back. Plus, I'm so close to getting my pension and everything. Only another year or two. Ewoks, Star Wars. Heather Antos has Star Trek. Okay, so Marvel has Star Wars again. Stormbreakers, the next generation of elite artists. I gotta say, this art is really good. Really good. You never heard that expression, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak? It just means you're tired. Like, I'd like to stay up and hang out with you guys, but the spirit is willing. I want to do it, but I got to go to bed. But what I meant to say is the spirit is willing, but time is short, but that's an expression for basically, I'd like to hang out, stay up late, but I got to go to bed. Oh, wow. Omnibus. This is some great comics. Great comics. $20.99. I just did It's Clobbering Time about Spider-Man 99. 20, whatever. May 1965. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. Is this what I think it is? Is Marvel just taking like a month and collecting them? Oh, this is a great idea. Oh, it's $100 though. But that is a great idea. Just take it every month and taking everything Marvel published. Boom, one book. There you go. But they got to make those trade paperbacks. That is a great idea. Oh, wow. That is a great idea. Strange Academy. Okay. This was excellent. Annihilation, I thought was freaking excellent. Excellent. Hey, are you going to MCCC in November? What's going on? What is this? Oh, I love the movie Grumpy Old Men. Hey, Great Gold Worm. I have a feeling the word of mouth will boost the sales of Rogue Tales. That's what I'm hoping. I'm terrible at self-promotion. Like, if you compliment me, I get uncomfortable. When people super chat me, I get embarrassed. You can join my channel. I never talk about it because I don't know what it is. I need to get over it. But a few people have read my comic. I sent the PDF out, and I redid the PDF. I'm so glad I didn't send it out because I noticed there was a major color error, and I got that fixed last night. So a few people have read my comic, and I'm waiting for feedback. And part of me is like, you're a man. Don't ask for feedback. Be confident. And part of you is like, did you like it? So I finally succumbed to a moment of weakness, and I asked a few people, did you like it? And I'm not going to spoil who, but some people you all know said, you're going to love the reaction. That was his only comment. You're going to love the reaction from people. So, I mean, my friends that I role play with, my friend Jimmy, my friend Paul, my friend Mike, these are the guys that helped me build these characters around my table for years. They all read it. Of course they love it. They're my friends. My wife loves it, but she's my wife and she's not a comp. But the few people in my immediate circle who read it, they had good things to say. I don't know what that is, ODF. What is ODF talking about? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about either. Doom 2099 is a very unique series in which main characters never wrecked by self-doubt. Yeah, Doom does not suffer from imposter syndrome. I'm a grumpy old man, and grumpy old man once he. Yeah. My favorite line is from the outtakes. At the end when the credits go up, because I farted and I'm afraid to move. We've all been there. Oh, Motor City Comic Con. Okay. I live in Colorado. I thought you were in Michigan. Oh, okay. But you know what makes comics great? I believe in the Thank you. The pressure's on. For all I know, I could be a total fraud. You know what I mean? Like, pressure's on. I have a family in Michigan, but they live nowhere near Detroit. Okay, cool. And I will say this. Believe me or not believe me, I mean, I'm supposed to say issue 2 is even better. Issue 2 is even better of Heroic Tales, because I wanted to do the John Malin thing. Just explain everything. And then, that's what he did with Godlike. He just explained everything to the party. It was just an exposition. It was just world building the comic. And that's what I originally wrote. And I listened to advice, and I did the exact opposite. You get like almost no world building in issue 1. You just get character, and I hope it works. I'm gambling that it works. So there you go. Because if you don't like the Patriarch, nothing else matters. So there you go. The Ultimate Ghost Spider. I just don't want to get Venom. Separation anxiety. That's a. Who drew? Oh, this is classic. This is This is. Oh, okay. So this is an homage after Charlie Vess. Okay, Charlie Vess is so good. Helverine. It just looks great. Just terrible name. Jango Fett. I'm going to say this. Star Wars means nothing to me. I was looking through a wonderful art book. Great drawing, sexy women, cool superheroes. Then I saw Pirates of the Caribbean. I was like, that's pretty. And then Star Wars. I was like, I feel nothing for Star Wars. Star Wars it's like an illusion now. I have no feel. Disney has just, and I'm a kid that loves Star Wars. I was freaking in 3rd grade when Star Wars came out, and now I see Star Wars and I'm like, it's not even a fond memory anymore. It's like, it's like, just imagine like you had your favorite uncle and then he died, and then you found out he was a serial killer or something like that, and then you're like, that's bad, because then you'd be angry or upset. But I just have no feeling for Star Wars anymore. It's just they oh my god, get this is so good. Oh my god, this is so good. Every time I do a Sunday Comics, my mind goes right to these comics, and I'm like, I got to change it up. But oh my god, these are so good. Look how bad this costume is. X Factor, Blade. There you go, Blade. I just love the idea. I don't know how. I'm gonna be like Julius Schwartz. Just give the writer a scene, and then you make the story. But Blade is fighting. He's fighting a vampire on top of a building. On top of a train. They're fighting. They're holding his on, and then the vampire starts to smile as they go into a tunnel. They go into the tunnel. Hundreds of vampires are upside down. They swarm, and now Blade is freaking out. His bat's doing flip-flop shit over. There you go. I just made that up. Put that in a Blade comic. Guaranteed success. I'm not too far away by the gangs thing. Oh, geez. But that's not happening. Or it's only happening a handful of times, so you're a racist for being bothered by it. Same here, John. Star Wars was my first fandom. I no longer care. Well, my first fandom was Marvel, then Star Wars, and then, then I started finding all of the original Battlestar Galactica. It's why I never watched the remake of Battlestar Galactica. Battlestar Galactica was my show. Like, it was like my personal show. Even at the time, people didn't really watch it too much. So I didn't want to watch the remake. But I heard the remake is good. So I'm actually thinking of sitting down and watching, the Trisha Heller as Starbuck, Battlestar Galactica. And that's the main reason why I didn't watch it. They gender swapped Starbucks. So I'm like, nope. I have zero tolerance for that stuff. Star Wars has put out too much content. I remember we had nothing but 3 movies. Yes, absolutely. Guys, you youngins will not understand how exciting it was when Star Wars came out. It was one and done. We didn't know that there was going to be a sequel. It just came out. It was a complete movie. And then you started hearing that there's a sequel. Oh my God. Then The Empire Strikes Back comes out. And the way it ended, you knew that there was a 3rd movie. And it was just, 3 years of just constant, what is it going to be like? What speculation? What is this? What is that? What is that? Oh my God. It was exciting. And then when Return of the Jedi came out, you're like, okay, that was satisfying-ish. And then like, is he going to make another one? Oh, he says he's not going to make anymore. Yeah, it was just a great time to be a Star Wars fan. This was like one of the nails in the coffin that made me stop getting Marvel. I just this Reggie Hudlin, he just had such a disregard for continuity. It wasn't even like woke or anything like that. It was just like I said, I'm a fan of Marvel Universe. I like the continuity. Like, if all of a sudden a new writer came out and said that the Inhumans live in Chicago, there's a suburb in Chicago called Ottawa, I would be like, what are you doing? You how? It would just drive me crazy. Again, I'm not OCD, because that's one of my pet peeves. People like, my OCD's guys at work say, you're not OCD. You're not OCD. You're anal retentive. There's a difference. But every comic book collector is obsessive compulsive, or in a little bit, but we're not medically OCD. These look good. Charles Soule, Ta-Nehisi Coates. This is another one that was this was the beginning of not the beginning, because it actually started with Reggie Hudlin. with Black Panther being a Mary Sue. I'll say it right now. Superman is a Mary Sue, but don't bother me. He's supposed to be. Black Panther has evolved into a Mary Sue, and Batman has evolved into a Mary Sue. And these days, I'm like, the worst is arguing with Batman fans. They're insufferable. Savage Avengers by Jerry Dugan. I think I have a few of these comics. When did they originally come out? I think I have a few of these. Or 2019. I think I have a few of these. I'm not too sure. And then we got The Reign of X. Not interested in The Reign of X. And there we go. This Helverine. I got to say, this looks awesome. But the name means nothing. Helverine. I mean, I know what it means. It means Wolverine in hell. I just can't get into this character. Old man here. Hey, Master Swag, how you doing? The bottom fans who don't read comics are the worst. Oh, the Batman fans who don't read fans are the worst. Yeah, I'm with you on that. So there you go. Hour and 15 minutes. This is Marvel previews. Marvel nerds go to line. I know, like Batman's the only guy who gets prep time. Ben Grimm with prep time could take out anybody. You know, you're gonna tell me Batman? Ben Grimm has prep time to take out Batman. He can't beat Batman. So I'm gonna give you a little spoiler. This Friday we're doing Superman versus Gladiator for it's clobbering time, but the next Friday it's full on Batman versus Spider-Man because I got a lot to say about Batman and Spider-Man. The Epic collections are good. I vouch for them. Yeah. I think they're good ideas. Good ideas. Yeah, I agree. Especially if you're new all. Absolutely. Hey, K-pop, we got to do one-on-one again. That's code for sex. Don't fall for it, K-pop. Don't fall for it. Hey, K-pop, when are you going to come on my channel? Could Batman beat a Jedi? Anybody could beat anybody, but depends on the Jedi. Like, aren't the Jedi like varying degrees of power? You know? And did the Jedi get did the Jedi get prep time? K-pop doesn't like black guys, so all right. Anytime after October is my hell. I thought that said Hellmouth. All right, so there you go. Nobody came in, but that's cool too. We have a very active people in the chat. I love that. Thank you, everybody. Remember, I have 2 active platforms for Heroic Tales. You can still get it on Fund My Comic. You got more options on Fund My Comic and the Indiegogo. I'm a little bit happier now that I read that I thought I had to get to 500 or it wasn't going to happen because I already printed my Gustovich comics. I paid for printing a week and a half ago. I'm hoping that this UPS package that's supposed to be here in 15 minutes because it said by 4:10, and it's 3:50 at my house here in New York. So I can't imagine anything else. It's the only thing I'm expecting, unless I didn't even think of it. Unless my wife ordered something that I don't know about. Could be something that my wife ordered. But there you go. So what else is there to talk about? So tonight at 7 p.m. I'm having Homero. I'm hosting a conversation with Homero Rios, the writer of Rome Eternal, the first issue that should be out any day now by Magma Comics, a new company. It's colored by my buddy Oscar Carana. So I already read it. Oscar sent me a PDF. It's one of the third PDF I've ever read. I'm not including my own because I have to do that. You know what I mean? But it's the third PDF I've ever read. The first being Punchline by my buddy Bill Williams, and it was so good. I went out and bought all the back issues. The second, I forget, one of the guys who wanted to come on the channel, and I just read it because it was a spur of the moment thing. And then Rome Eternal. It's right up my alley. So 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's 4 o'clock. So 3 hours. I'll be back having a conversation. I might do a My Hand solo tonight. I played a board game with some buddies yesterday, and it's a cooperative game, and cooperative games are good to play solo because you're all working. So I might do that. why not make the most of it before I go back to work? If I go back to work, think positively. Think positively. Go back to work on Monday. Tomorrow, I have comic book team up at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time with Heroinberg and RJ from the Fourth Age. And then Friday it's comic book team up with it's clobbering time with between Superman and Gladiator. So that's everything that's scheduled. And then I might have I know I'm going to do a what you're reading. It's just when. So I'll do a what you read because I got another stack of comics. And then Sunday comics, Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'll think of something. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you, Kevin. Happy Tuesday, Kevin. How are you? How'd you? I remember you got into a motorcycle accident. It was like one of the last times we talked. How are you doing? Anniversary stream tonight. If you want to stop by, yeah, send me the link. Eastern Pacific time. So that's like 11 o'clock my time. So send me the link. I decided today that I'm going to tone down my appearances on other channels and let's just me and Master Swag or me and K-pop like one-on-ones and stuff because I don't know. I don't really enjoy being on a panel where you got to fight for time and talk. I like maybe up to like 3 people or whatever. But I'm one of the Brady Bunch on the screen. It's just not fun. And then it always devolves into gossip. So, so I'm going to tone down my appearances with other people. Nothing happened. Nobody said anything. I know how these things start. It's just, just one of those things. Okay. Dude, I'm still broken. Your heart's broken. Well, tonight, well, of course, when I say I'm toning down, I'm not making a blanket, stop and say hello to people. For Pops's birthday party, I popped in and say hello. I'm not saying it's a ironclad rule. I'm just saying I'm thinking of toning down. It showing up on a stream with 12 people and like, hey, let's talk about this guy. I don't want that doesn't do anything for me. Gossip channel, but an anniversary, this might be funny. Kevin's still got a broken heart. Got to go, see you later. Okay, now I'm just babbling. So I'm going to close it. I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. Read some comics, get ready for Homero Rios tonight at 7 p.m. So that'll be in 3 hours. All right, bye-bye, everybody.